What's your baseball philosophy? What got you so far?
It's from a curveball. just just attacking hitters with the fastball and getting my curveball and changeup is that's how I approach most hitters.
Now, do you pitch to your strengths or a batter's weakness?
I pitch to my strengths. Obviously, if a guy can't do weak in a certain area, very weak, obviously you'll try to go after that. But most of the time, I'd say 95% of the time, I pitch to my strengths. And know how I can get a guy out with my stuff.
Now, playing professional baseball, has that changed you in any way?
It has. There's a lot of failure in this game, a lot of ups and downs, just like life in general. And you gotta deal with the ups and downs. Don't get too high and don't get too low, and try to stay in the field. And that's all baseball's all about, especially in the minor leagues and obviously the next level.
Now, when were you drafted?
2009.
In what round?
The fourth.
Now, being a higher round pick, did that bring more pressure on you like that?
Not really. Obviously the organization takes you high. They see a lot in you, and they see, they like you. So just go out there and try to play your game and relax, and let things fall into place, and don't try to put too much pressure on yourself, because the more pressure you put on, the harder it's going to be. And just go out and relax and do your thing, and hopefully everything works out.
Now, you made your way up. A lot of first-round draft picks, they talk about after they get in the organization a couple of years, they're getting passed up by guys in the 50th round. Why does that happen?
It's
First-round draft picks, they said, this guy has all the talent in the world.
Right.
But after he gets in an organization, after a couple of years, he's getting passed up by guys drafted in the later rounds.
That's how it goes. That's part of the game, and just because a guy selected high doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean he's going to make it. Just like a guy is selected later in the round doesn't mean they're not going to make it. It's how guys develop and how guys take their skills and transition to the next level. You see guys, first rounders, second rounders, third rounders, fourth rounders, even top 10 rounders never make it. You see 50th rounders become all-stars. So it's part of the game. That's the unknown. When you draft a guy, you never know what you're going to get. You see what he's got and his tools, but you never know if it's going to translate or if not.
Now, when you show up for spring training, there may be 15, 20 guys, especially pitchers, tons of pitchers, waiting to take your spot. How do you approach that?
Just stay focused. Control what you can. Worry about getting yourself better, and don't worry about, if someone's going to take your spot or not. If you start thinking about that, you're just going to, sort of shoot yourself in the foot. So just always get better every day and focus on what you can control, and go out there every day and giving it your all and competing and just.
Now, you talk about baseball. You mentioned baseball being a failure sport. Sometimes there's injuries. There's up and down in the organization. It's more of a business people talk about. Has there been a time you wanted to leave baseball?
No, never. It's part of the game. It's a ton of failure. You got to get through. You got to work through it and stay strong, and mentally strong especially. And it's not gonna just because you're having a success now or in a year or two, you're gonna go back and have a little failure too, which is part of the game. And that's what's expected, and you just gotta stay as consistent as possible. No one's gonna not fail. It's just baseball's such a failure kind of game. So it's never thought of stopping and quitting at all. It has never crossed my mind. It never will.
What are things about pro sports you learned the hard way that nobody told you about?
Just the daily grind. It's every day. It's always your job, but just you got to show up every day being ready to play. You can get long, especially with travel, but you get through it and stay focused and make sure you're getting your rest and stuff.
Now, once you sign a professional contract, obviously you're a professional baseball player. But was there a moment before that you realized you were going to play professional baseball?
I went down to Clemson, so I went to college and competing there and doing well. I knew I was going to have a shot. Just obviously the team gave the opportunity, so it's always been a dream of mine. I knew I could do it. Just work hard and knew I had the stuff and the ability. So I knew I could easily get the next level.
You read the scouting reports or where Baseball America ranks you in the top 30 or what people write about you, stuff like that?
I don't really pay attention to it. It doesn't matter. You have a good year one year, you do very well, and next year is down, and it's such a game where it's just when you think you're out, you're not. When you think you're in, you're really not either. So it's doesn't matter. It's all about now. It's all about what you do next, and it doesn't matter what you did last year, 2 years ago, or what you did last week or last month, because it's all about what you're going to do next, about and how you're going to improve and get better, and move forward.
Anybody call you, like mom and dad, say, hey, guess I read about you, or I saw this?
Yeah, family does, but it's obviously a good. Nice to get recognized, but at the same time, if you get caught up in that, you're focused on the wrong thing. So.
How about the fans, people yelling and screaming at you all the time? How do you handle that?
Just block it out. I don't really pay attention to that. It doesn't matter. All it's about is when you get between those lines, playing hard and focusing on what you need to do, and that's all that matters. You're gonna get that anywhere you go.
How about the umpires, especially as a pitcher? How do you handle the umpires or communicate with them? Or
Yeah, you're gonna get good ones, you're gonna get bad ones. That's also part of the game. Not everyone's every umpire is gonna be 100% right. It's a hard job. There's a lot of plays and pitches in the game that happen that obviously don't go your way, but that's just part of the game. And you gotta worry about the next pitch. Obviously makes a bad call. So.
what would you tell a high school kid about professional baseball if he asks you for advice?
Be ready to play every day. Be ready to fail because you're gonna. It's a grind. Stay focused, and once you sign that contract, you better be ready to strap the cleats on and don't look back.